lovely students. Today we are going to talk about growing plants, and we are going to know how seeds grow into flowering plants. But before, we are going to learn how we measure the length of the plants. So, if you focus on the following pictures, you will find that we have two plants. The first picture shows a sunflower young plant or a sunflower seedling. So seedling means young plant. And the second picture shows a fully grown sunflower or an adult sunflower. So here we have a sunflower seedling or a sunflower young plant. Here we have a fully grown sunflower or an adult sunflower. So adult means fully grown. Okay. As you know that a young plant is shorter than a fully grown plant. So to measure the length of a young plant, we can use our normal ruler. But if we want to measure an adult plant or a fully grown plant, we have to use something called meter. So to measure seedling plant, we can use ruler because it's short and we can use our normal ruler. But an adult plant is very long, so we cannot use our ruler, so we use something called meter. Okay, now let's try to measure the length of the sunflower seedling or young sunflower. Try to make it at home. Bring your ruler, then put it beside the young plant, then read the length of the plant. So here we have this seedling and this ruler. Look at this ruler. You will find that there is two letters here, which are C and M. Actually, C and M means centimeter, and we use it when we measure a short length, like this young sunflower. So let's read the numbers of the ruler with the unit together. 0 centimeter, 5 centimeters, 10 centimeters, 15 centimeters, 20 centimeters, 25 centimeters, 30 centimeters. Okay, now the length of this seedling plant is 25 centimeters. So if you draw a line between the top of the seedling and the ruler, you will find that it's 25 centimeters. Okay, but sometimes the plants be very tall. So in this case, we cannot use the ruler as we said. So we have to use a meter. So if the plant is very tall, we have to use a meter instead of a ruler. Okay. So when we use a meter, we use the unit M, which is meter, instead of centimeter. So if you look at the meter here, we will find that there is meter here. So let's read the readings or the numbers in the meter. 0 meter, 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters, 4 meters. And focus on the length of the tallest sunflower plant. The tallest sunflower plant, you will find that it's 4 meters. If you draw a line between the top of the tallest sunflower and the ruler, you will find that it's 4 meters. So the conclusion here, that centimeter is smaller than meter. So you have to know that the length in centimeter is shorter than the length in meter. Now, Let's answer the questions in your book, page 86 together. So please open your book, page 86. Write beside the first question, section A. Please write section A. Okay. Now, what do you notice about these two plants? What do you notice about these two plants? Actually, one has grown more than the other. This one grown more than this one. And here also in adult plants we have different length. So one has grown more than the other. One is adult. This one is adult. And one is a baby plant. So here we have an adult plant and here we have a baby plant. So one has grown more than the other. This one grown more than the other. And also one is an adult plant and one is a baby plant. Okay. Now, next question. How tall is the smallest? Sorry, this one tallest? Okay. How tall is the smallest plant? This one. Actually, as we said, if we draw a line between the ruler and the top of the plant, we will find that it's 25 centimeters. 25 centimeters. So please write the answer in your book. 25 centimeters. Now, what about the third question? How tall is the tallest plant? So here we have this tallest plant. And as we said that the tallest plant is 4 meters. 4 meters. Write the answer in your book. 4 meters. Okay. Now, if you look at this picture, you will find that we have sunflower seeds here. So sunflowers grow very tall. As we show in the pictures, we show that sunflower grows very tall. Also, sunflowers grow from seeds. Those are the seeds of sunflower. Okay. Now, don't forget to write beside the title growing plants number 1 and also write the answers here, and this one if you want to write it in notebook. Okay. Now, if you want to make this investigation at home, focus with me to know what you are going to do. Actually, you have to bring a pot, this pot, and put some pebbles in the bottom of the pot. What do we mean by pebbles? Actually, pebbles are small stones, have round shape. Those are pebbles. Small stones have round shape. Okay. After bringing the pot and filling it with pebbles, or put pebbles at the bottom of the pot, fill the pot with compost. Actually, compost means fertilizer or fertilized soil. So here we put soil, a good soil. Then bring 2 sunflower seeds and put them inside the compost. Then add water. After that, check the pot every day and also water it. After 3 to 8 days, you will see something growing. This seedling, as we said, and here we have young plants, and seedling when we see the first piece of the stem. Okay, so here small stem, and it grows to give us a young plant. So if you want to make this investigation, tell me and send to me the result on B12. Okay. Now, open your book page 88. Growing plants number 2. Actually, in this lesson, also you are going to explore how seeds grow into flowering plants. But here you have to know that we cannot see plants growing because the process is very slow. So this process happens slowly. So we cannot see seeds growing. We cannot see seeds growing, sorry. So we know that they grow because we can measure how much a plant has grown. So we cannot see plants growing, but we can measure how much a plant has grown. Okay? If you look at the pictures here, you will find that we have many types of seeds. We have, for example, lentils, we have chickpeas, we have coconuts, oats, rice, sunflower seeds. All those are seeds. Many seeds. So if we want to plant any plant, we have to use the seed. Then we put them inside the pot to grow up. Okay. Now, what do you think? Here we have a question. What do you think that will happen if we plant these seeds? So bring any type of these seeds and plant it. What do you think? What will happen? So, again, what do you think will happen if we plant these seeds? Sure, they will grow. Plant them, put the seeds inside a pot and give them water and the best conditions, they will grow. Sure. Okay. For next question, please don't forget to write section A here. Write section A inside the cloud. The question is, try to read it with me. Name 2 seeds that are good to eat. Actually, we have many seeds are good to eat. We have lentils, chickpeas, we have oats, rice, all of them are good to eat. Or also coconuts, peanuts, bees, all those are good to eat. Okay. Now, use the picture of the ruler, measure the heights of the plants. We have 3 plants. Here, the first plant, the second and the third plant. And here we have a ruler. We are going to measure the length of the plants by using this ruler. So let's start with the smallest plant. Actually, to measure the height of the plant, we have to draw a line from the top of the plant to the ruler. You will find, if you draw this line, you will find that the length is 10 centimeters. cm means centimeters. So the first plant, how tall is the smallest plant? Actually, it's 10 centimeters. What about the second plant? Here we have, if we draw a line from the top to the ruler, you will find that it's 25 centimeters. 25 centimeters. So how tall is the plant in the middle? This one in the middle. So the tall of this plant is 25 centimeters. Okay. What about the last plant? It's the tallest plant here. So if we draw a line from the top of this plant to the ruler, we will find that it's 50 centimeters. 50 centimeters. So how tall is this tallest plant? Actually, tallest plant is 50 centimeters. So please write the answers in your book page 85 and try to measure it alone at home. The first plant, 10 centimeters. The second plant, 25 centimeters. and the tallest plant is 50 centimeters. Okay. Now let's start with growing plants number 3. Here we learn how to measure, and now we want to learn how we record the data that we found before, and how can we put the length of the plants in a bar chart. So before, let's make a simple revision. Fill in the missing words. Use the word bank. So here we have word bank. The first one, growing, measure, growing, measure. SU here we read it measure, and slowly. Okay, let's start with the first sentence here. We cannot see plants, as we said, we cannot see plants growing. We say that we cannot see growing of the plant because it happens slowly, but we know that they grow because we can measure how much a plant has grown. So we cannot see plants growing. Okay, because plants grow very what? Very measured, very slowly. Excellent. Plants grow very slowly. So here you have to write slowly words. Plants grow very slowly. Write it in your book, please, page 90. The last sentence, we know that plants grow. We know that because we can measure them. We can measure their length. So we know that plants grow. Why do we know that? Because we can measure them. So it's important to know that plants grow, but we cannot see their grow because they grow very slowly, but we can measure them. Okay, now here we have measuring plants. Measure 4 plants in centimeters and record your measurements on the bar chart. This chart is called bar chart. What do we call it together? Bar chart. Okay, here in this measuring plants, this question, they want to bring 4 plants and measure them in centimeters. After that, after recording the length, we have to put them and record them in a bar chart. Okay, actually I bring a simple example to know how do you want to work. Here we have 4 plants. For example, the first plant is small, very small plant. Actually, it's 10 centimeters. So I draw a simple bar on the bar chart to know that this plant has 10 centimeter, for example, or 12 centimeter. This one's the second plant. Plant number 2. It's the top of the plant. This one is 17 or 18 centimeters. Third plant, maybe it's 20 centimeters. The last plant, which is adult, it's 25 centimeters. So those are the 4 plants that I use. You can bring any 4 other plants and make their own bar chart. Okay, now in your book, page 91, they want to draw your own plant. It can be any size, shape, or color. So draw your own plant, but you have to know that you have to put your plant inside a pot. Okay, and you have to put inside the pot soil and water. Then draw your plant. Your plant can be any size, shape, or color. So after drawing it, you can take a photo for your drawing and send to me in B12. So thank you for listening.